Bitcoin has finally stopped dumping, and for the time being, a new, local, tentative support level is being built around the $8,000 region. And what I want to discuss and analyze here today is it possible that the momentum is starting to shift from bearish to bullish, and that we may be in for a continuation of the uptrend? And on the contrary, is this potentially just going to be another short-lived bearish reaction rally to the upside before another dive deep down into the crypto abyss? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the trend right now. For the time being, we've seen an immense sell-off from a level where many a moon boy thought that this was the bottom, Kirby. You know, this is the time to be accumulating because we're going to the moon. And on the contrary, Don Carbonaccio was sitting here looking at the bearish descending triangle, preparing to short this thing down into the oblivion. And that is exactly what I did over the course of the past week. And now we find ourselves at a crossroads here because we are at a significant level of support. Also, the altcoin market is in a very precarious situation here where it's either, in my opinion, about to dump way down, potentially to retrace its entire move in a complete classic Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle fashion. And that may affect Bitcoin as well. But ladies and gentlemen, for me right now, the important thing is this going to be a reaction rally up before we dive potentially down towards 6,000? Or does this have potential to really be the bottom before another leg to the upside? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up, all right? So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice, these are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame. So looking at Bitcoin here, we are at a level, in my opinion, that appears to be a respectable tentative support level. I mean, throughout time, this has been an area where we've seen, one, a resistance peak here. Two, we got that resistance peak, then support and resistance again. And now, for the time being, we have built that local support right there. So it is a historic level of confluence. Also, other things to keep in mind when we look at the RSI. For the past several days now at this point, Bitcoin has been in oversold territory. With just right now, we've began to climb back into the neutral territory above 30. So this is fresh back into neutral territory. It has been oversold. Here with the 4-hour as well, we were heinously oversold, and now we are back into the neutral territory. But back to the one-day time frame here on the candlesticks. This, to me, ladies and gentlemen, is a range where if we do get this final rally, a bounce, if you will, we are going to come up on this level here, this red box of resistance, right, which is old support, tentatively looking to become new resistance now, right? And this, for me, isn't all too far away. I mean, the bottom of the box is 9% to the upside from where we currently are trading at right now. So this could look like a large move up, right? If this does become a BART, right? A huge dump, BART, and a rip back up. If we do start to find resistance within this red box, the move would look large and would likely get a lot of degenerates to FOMO in again. Kirby, you see, the bears, Kirby, we're up 10%, Kirby, 10%. they don't understand market structure. They don't understand how to read the charts, ladies and gentlemen, right? Sure, 10% would be a great trade. You guys know I was long here. Unfortunately for me, I wound up placing a stop loss below this low here, and there was a fake out, and I got stopped out on that little dump below, right? We were on a lower high and lower low trajectory, right? So for me, we were on a lower high trajectory and a lower low trajectory. So I placed my stop loss right below the other low, as that would have been a continuation of the trend. And what do you know? It wound up being a fake out. But I got out of my long position at that point. And right now I am awaiting re-entry. And I'm looking for that next high reward, low risk trade setup right here, right now. So let's discuss if this is possible that this moves up to this level. Now, I want to flip on the moving averages here, okay? This is the one of main concern for me, and that is the fact that we are opening and closing candle bodies below this 200-day moving average. That is the teal line you see here on your chart, okay? And this for me right now, it's very uncharacteristic of Bitcoin in bull markets. I mean, let's just go back in time and look at the teal line here, okay? Keep your eye on the teal line. Where are you seeing opens and closes below the teal line? The answer is you're not, because it didn't happen at all during the bull run. Soon as we broke out above this region and began the bull run all the way through the parabolic top in December 2017, we never had a candle body close and open below the level. At most, we had wicks closing below the level, but that's nothing. The wick was bullish anyway. And the thing is that the wick dropped below, and the candle body itself never closed below. It was always closing above. So right now, there is a structural problem here from a bullish perspective, in my opinion. Although we are on this tentative support level. You see what I'm talking about, right? So the trend for me right now, in terms of a bullish perspective, we're starting to see things that may not be so good, in my opinion. Of course, this can all change, right? My analysis is only with the chart right now. Whatever happens, happens. If we wind up ripping up through this resistance, forming support, and more volume comes in, etc., things change, ladies and gentlemen. The analysis changes, right? And that's how every great analyst should be analyzing, is the fact that as the chart develops, your analysis develops as well. For me right now, I'm a little bit concerned. We are, at the time of recording, below the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. We are below the 200-day moving average. Also, if we look at the weekly here, just the same as how the 200-day moving average was symbolic of when you're trading above it, it's been in a bull market with never closing below it. The 21-week moving average is very similar here in terms of, I believe this is the red line here. Yes, the red moving average here. I'll take these others off for now. This red moving average, when we look at this on a weekly time frame here, we've seen that throughout history, it's been a very good indicator in terms of when you start getting candles closing below it on the weekly time frame, that it's switched to a very bearish predicament, a bear market. And when candles start closing above it, it's led to extreme bull markets. Of course, past performance is not indicative of future results, but right now we just had this monster of a candle close on a weekly time frame below this level. So there is a lot of concern for me here. And the fact of the matter is that, for me, I do think that this has the potential to be a short-lived bullish reaction rally that may just wind up failing and finding a dump deep down into the crypto abyss. Now, like I've stated, this could be one heck of a rally. And what I've stated for you is that I was long down here, right? I was on a high-reward, low-risk trade setup. Unfortunately, we had a bearish fake out. It was a lower high and lower low trajectory. I closed upon the new lower low and we bounced right back up, right? So now I'm in no trade and I'm awaiting my next high reward, low risk trade setup to present itself. Is that going to be to the upside or is it going to be to the downside? As of right now, I have to await further action in the trend. We're still in a very neutral spot here, in my opinion. And what I'm also noticing right now is that, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of the peanut brains are back in this market. A lot of people, a lot of angry degenerates, a lot of literally belligerent degenerates. I don't know how else to say it. They're back in here. And why? chances are how I chalk this up is that a lot of people either missed this move here and they're upset now and they're angry that they missed it and they see other traders talking about their gains and they're upset, or they got wrecked here, that they were the ones accumulating inside a distribution range, okay? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is why this market is so profitable. I hope you understand. You literally have beginner novice traders saying, it's the accumulation range, Kirby. Don't you see? This is the time to accumulate. James, this is literally textbook distribution. If you don't even understand the terminology I'm using now, you have to study or research or do something, my friend. Accumulation and distribution are literally the exact opposite of one another, okay? This down here was accumulation, okay? This up here is distribution before a market sell-off. You're telling me you better be accumulating, Kirby. You better be accumulating, literally in a distribution range. Stunad. There's no excuse. I mean, I was not accumulating at all in this range. If anything, I was speculating in here with a very small long on a super tight stop loss if we were to get some type of crazy rip up. But soon as we started to break, I switched short, right? And now it was pretty much just the same for me here. Let's say hypothetically that I was still in my long position here, right? Let's say I didn't get out of it upon the confirmation, quote unquote, that wound up being a fake out, right? Let's say I was still in it. This is not like I'm long because I think we're going to the moon. No, I would be long still there because I believe we could get up to my resistance level here before I would take profit and get out and look to switch to a short position. I hope you understand, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, for me, this trend is looking a lot like this. It's looking like a complete market cycle, just the same as it looked in 2017. You guys know, if you've been subscribed here forever and a day now, I was bearish this whole way down. There was way more imbeciles, degenerates, low IQ individuals at this point in time in the market, but they're all gone now, right? For the most part, they've all been flushed out. This was one of the most frustrating times here, ladies and gentlemen, as somebody that puts out analysis each and every day for you. Dealing with the clowns in this range. But I mean, this is what happens, right? There has to be clowns for those that profit in the market to make profit, right? And that is what I'm trying to preach to you guys here on a daily basis. That for me right now, it's all about understanding where we're at, and it's understanding that right now you have a lot of people very anxious. They don't know what's going on here, okay? And the fact of the matter is that when there's a lot of confusion, there becomes a lot of anger, there becomes a lot of badgering, right? Right now, I'm just awaiting a high reward, low risk trade setup. For me, the risk of longing now is much greater than it was down here when I longed originally, right? It changes just the same as it changes that the risk for shorting is much greater here than it was up here. I was explaining that on yesterday's stream. Things change. It's never the same. It's not a static thing. It's an ever-changing environment. And for me right now, if we are to get a reaction rally here, watch out for this red box around 9,000 to 9,100 to 9,400 at the top of the box, okay? And if we start to break down from here, which if we do close today's candle below this 200, we are bouncing right now, but if we do close this daily candle below the 200-day moving average, things are still looking quite bearish to me, ladies and gentlemen. And if we are to dive, okay, from me here, first target would be around the 0.618 golden Fibonacci retracement, somewhere around 7,200. And then as well, ladies and gentlemen, with the altcoins, I want to look at the altcoin market now, okay? This is the total altcoin cap excluding Bitcoin. Look at where we're getting rejected right now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. Ding, ding, ding. Chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. The old support, okay? The old support of the bearish head and shoulders neckline that we broke through, okay, is now looking to become new support. Classic technical analysis. Old support becoming new resistance. If we get that confirmation there and begin to dump, I mean, once I've been shouting it out here, the 0.786, if we lose this, the next target for me is a complete retracement of the entire move. Ladies and gentlemen, the entire altcoin move would be retraced. Savage, heinous, and a borderline ludicrous debacle, if you do in fact ask me. It's just literally the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle to an absolute T. I mean, that is what we're looking at here. We have the crypto fear and greed index still can't make a new high right now. Sure, it can change in the future, but at the time of recording, we're still not able to put in a new high here. The Bitcoin Google Trends data, 5-year data, worldwide search term, we've been now putting in lower lows. This, for the first time, looks like it may, in fact, be a swing high of a lower high for the first time. And we're already, seeing this dissipate here. For me, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very risky time for the bulls in this market. Doesn't mean that the market can't bounce, okay? Reaction rallies in a bear market are normal, okay? And when we look now at this chart here, this is the total cap including Bitcoin. The other chart I just showed was not including Bitcoin. It was altcoins only. This chart here is including Bitcoin and the altcoins. And what I want you guys to understand here is look at how close we are to death crossing. This was all on yesterday's stream. We're very close to death crossing on the moving averages here. We have an insanely large level of resistance looming overhead. And if we are to bounce, I mean, again, be on the lookout here. That old multi-month support may look to now become new resistance before a dive deep down into the crypto abyss. The moral of the story here, right? And what I hope I'm getting across here, because I'm showing you a lot of data right now, and a lot of moon boys, they probably already got off the stream, right? They're all losing degenerate traders. You have to understand, if they can't sit through this stream because I'm showing you that the price action may be bearish, they're never going to make a dollar in this market, ladies and gentlemen. But again, this is why the market is so profitable, is because for some reason in Bitcoin, there's this belief that Bitcoin has to go to $1 million a coin, that it has to go to 100,000 a coin. Who's saying that? People make this stuff up. Do you not understand? There is no proof that that ever has to happen. But who does that appeal to? Unfortunately, who does it appeal to? It appeals to those with very little money, right? And when you have very little capital to invest or to trade, the thing is that you really want to believe that your very little amount of money is going to make you a multimillionaire. Unfortunately, on this channel, that's not. I don't pump the hopium into the market, right? This is a trading channel. If the market's going up, I'm looking to analyze it and trade it to the upside. If the market's going down, I look to analyze it to the downside and short it to the downside to make profit. It does me no good here to hope and pray and cross my fingers that we're going to $1 million a coin. It does no good for me. It does no good for you. So that's the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that on these streams, I don't fluff and puff up the garbaggio. You know this. This is a channel for realists. So when these moon boys come into the house, that Don Carbonaccio built, they can like it or they don't like it. But either way, they better learn to love it, because this stream right here is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. Let's get this crypto. Diamonds are forever, and so is Don Carbonaccio. Sheesh. So now, all of this taken into consideration, it could go up to this resistance level. It could wind up getting rejected here right now at this 0.5 fib, at this 200-day moving average. And if we go down, we all know where we could potentially wind up, right? And that, to me, is either this 618 fib or down to our tentative old support, which may act as new support again, down towards 6,000. But what does this matter for me and for you, right? All that matters is high reward, low risk trade setups, okay? And at this very, very specific moment in time, at the time of recording, this may have already changed by the time you're watching it. At this point, for me, right now in my time, I'm just awaiting the opportunity to present itself for another high reward, low risk trade, right? And that for me is when you have way more potential reward than risk, right? And right now, I just don't see it here at this very immediate point in time. This may change within the next several minutes. This may change within the next several hours, days, etc. And right now, that is what I'm going to be looking for, and I'm going to be keeping you all updated in VIP as I make my trades here. I'm getting ready to set up another heinous market position, ladies and gentlemen. This one here, this trade that I took from up around 9,800, I shorted all the way down really into the $8,000 region here. It was epic. And right now, I'm seeing that the next high reward, low risk trade setup is probably going to present itself rather soon. And the fact of the matter is that I just don't want you all to get caught up with these moon boy degenerates, okay? And on the opposite, okay? There's opposite moon boys that say, it's going to zero, Kirby. There's no intrinsic value, sir. Don't be in one of those camps. Remain neutral, okay? Just remain neutral. It doesn't matter if it goes to 1 million. It doesn't matter if it goes to zero. That has no relevance to you as a trader. It just doesn't. That's a narrative. That's entertainment, right? That they push on you for whatever, right? I don't understand it. It's for whatever. It's irrelevant. What's important is that you keep a level head and understand this game is all about high reward, low risk, okay? And if you are winning more trades than not with a nice risk reward ratio, you are going to crush the market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. That's just how it works. And I wanted to pull this quote up here, ladies and gentlemen, because, when you are surrounded by moon boys and degenerates, like I stated, a lot of people, they're not really traders. They aren't playing with any amount of sizable capital. They're playing with lunch money, right? Christmas present money. They're playing with nothing, right? These people are the ones that get so upset and so they're just the biggest degenerates. And when you're in chats on social media, etc., with these people, right, and you're conversing with them, and this is your little world you've created to do, quote unquote, do crypto in, you become one of them, right? Look at the quote. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, okay? If that is who you're spending time with, how do you figure that you're going to rise above and become better than those people? The answer is you're not. So the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, you can either dance with these degenerates or you can dance with the Don, right? I'm showing you that if you want to see how I'm trading in real time, you want to see how I'm analyzing, how I'm strategizing, etc., you can spend the time with the Don in VIP. And I'm going to be posting everything here for you in real time. All of my strategies, entries, exits, targets, take profits, all of it. I post it all for you in real time. Are you going to become the average of 5 degenerates on social media and chat rooms that have no idea what they're doing and play with $100 worth of Bitcoins? Or are you going to become the average of savages, right? And the average of dancing with the Don, right? That the whole point here, ladies and gentlemen, is that just be diligent with the knowledge that you're consuming in this market. There's a lot of $1 million talk. There's a lot of zero talk. And there's a lot of angry, gambling degenerates here that will never make $1 in the market. They wind up coming out in flocks and herds when the move has already happened, but they missed it, right? They were at work drinking H2O out of a cone-shaped cup at the water cooler, and then the move happens. They don't do anything. They missed it or got wrecked. There's only 2 scenarios. They missed it or they got wrecked because they bought Bitcoin here and got wrecked. They only come back after the move has happened, right? All of the real traders are here when the moves aren't happening, like right now, and they get in position for when the move occurs, and they make the profit, and then James at the water cooler comes back in. It's so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Today, I just want to get across that this is a game right now where it's just high reward, low risk trade setups. And right now I'm awaiting mine right now. And when I do in fact take this position, I'm going to post it for you in VIP. I'm getting ready to crush the market right now. I hope you are getting ready to crush it as well. I'm going to keep you updated with when I enter my position here in real time in VIP. This next move may be monumental. I'm not looking to miss it. I hope you are not looking to miss it either. I will see you in VIP, where I will be keeping you updated with my trades here, my setups, my strategies, etc. All posted for you in real time in VIP. Let's get this crypto. Keep this quote on your mind. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are you going to become just another degenerate, or are you going to become somebody that crushes this market and gets this crypto? The choice is yours. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, if you could, one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Share this video in your chats, your socials, etc. I'll see you all in VIP right now. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Let's get this crypto. So until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.